My name is Robert Christopher Wayne Weathers. I live at 3102 Central Hill Road, Ecru, Mississippi, 38841. I am under attack. People are driving worms through me from a remote location. Remote controlled parasites. I can also hear their voices. They're very hostile, demeaning. They're having fun. They're getting off on torturing me and murdering me. This has been happening for years. They've cut my brain to pieces and my nervous system. They've cut my cerebellum today. They're breaking the law. They keep trying to come up with any excuse they can to keep assaulting me. They're lying. They keep either trying to manufacture evidence or create a false narrative which says I'm a bad person or doing something wrong. They won't let me sleep. They keep torturing me, premeditating my murder. So sleep. They're finally starting to hit me in the cerebellum. I just lost some nervous tissue. You're breaking the law. Please get away from me. If you can, you're breaking the law. You kidnapped me. They kidnapped me 13 years ago for my ability to create intellectual property. I wrote Crazy Bird Comics. I wrote the Environmental Creation Agency. I wrote Divine Currency, Buffalo Bob, Alien Bob, Bug Bob. I'm very sick. I have severe brain damage. They keep giving me life support. They call Preservision. They're doing the same thing to my animals. They're hurting them. Please get away from me. I'm going to take this laptop to the cops. You're breaking the law. He's threatening my life. He says, lay down. He's fixing to hit me. Get away from me. You're breaking the law. You're lying. You're breaking the law. They say they're going to torture me to death and send me to hell. No, you're not creating my intellectual property. My brain has been intact all my life. Till recently. No, you can't wire up my neurons and drive me. You can artificially stimulate neural tissue, and I can tell when you're doing it. It sucks. I hate when you artificially stimulate neural tissue. They try to make me see things, hear things. They can isolate individual thought or neurons, thought patterns, and stimulate them. But it's not natural. Natural stimulation comes from a different part of the brain, like I'm doing right now. They can artificially stimulate me. I can let them talk through me if I so choose, but I don't. I have to lower my inhibition. You're breaking the law. They kidnapped me because I can write. I was participating in politics, had a large following. We persuaded elections and policy. bad sick. I've been writing my whole life. I learned how to do it in early grade school. We were trained to write papers. We had to write papers for schoolwork, write books, write stories, short stories, read books. Breaking the law. We didn't. You're breaking the law. They're trying to steal my intellectual property. These are Scientologists that are doing this to me. So it appears there's more space in the universe than humans can see. There are extra dimensions. A bad brain damage. My cerebellum. Now they're covering it up somehow. I feel numb on the side of my head. They have assaulted me in multiple places in my brain, badly, in my organ tissue and my nervous system. They call this preservision. Humans. There's more space in the universe than humans can see. There are extra dimensions. We utilize these extra dimensions to have an afterlife. Scientology is the practice of utilizing these extra dimensions before you die. So they remove them from themselves and create an extra dimensional vehicle. They use this vehicle to drive around in outer space. They're rubbing it in my face. Oh, you're about to die. Ha ha, yay. Ha ha, yay. This technology also allows them to create surrogates. And it also artificially stimulates neural tissue and elevates neurochemistry. I'm a third dimensional human. I have third dimensional brain. I have to do this over and over again to alter their behavior. So these people are conditioned to practice Scientology. They literally remove body parts from people for practicing Scientology and for creating surrogates. They're making money off of me. This is a harvest. They're cashing in on my ability to write intellectual property. Just letting people listen, claiming they're going to save the planet. If you're ordained so, this is never going to even become holy. They keep damaging my brain and neural tissue over and over again. Just get away from me. Stop driving my worms. Get away from me. Stop driving my worms. You're breaking the law. Breaking the law. They're premeditating my death. These people are criminal. They're conditioned to practice Scientology on people. It's literally the act of removing biologies from people. This is me talking. I say this stuff over and over again. It's the truth. They say they hacked my computer, but none of us getting out. So I do it over and over again in the hopes that somebody sees it and stops this mess. They are very criminal. They kidnapped me from my ability to write. I'm an intellectual genius. I write a lot. I have good psychology. So I've taught them a lot about psychology and how to write. I even taught them how to write and critical thinking skills. They assimilated me against my will 13 years ago. There were some of them were mean. These people are evil. They don't act right. It's like they all have brain damage. They're all being artificially stimulated. They're all irritable all the time. They like to tell people what to do, boss us around. We're constituents to them. We're surrogates. I didn't accept their advances. I told them to get away from me, leave me alone. I started screaming at them. Over time, it got worse and worse. Then I became sick. I got sicker and sicker. I went to the hospital. Felt like I had things inside of me, inside of my ear, inside of my head, my face, and my biology. They couldn't find anything. So I heard voices. It says I already got signed, sealed, and delivered. They're going to keep hacking away with at my neurons. They have been stealing my extra dimensional biology for surrogate making. They utilize it to create surrogates for their own transplants. With this technology, they can access other people's neurology. They can utilize it as their own in the upper dimension. They're also using it as some going to hell game. They like to send people to hell. They like to torture people. Said this is happening today because I'm too tired and scared to walk. I'm already badly injured. Get away from me. You're breaking the law. It is not my will. You do not have authority to alter my biology in any way or install any kind of devices or speak to me in my own home. Assaulting me is a crime. Biological warfare. Assault with a deadly weapon. Weapons of mass destruction. You're lying. I did nothing wrong. They've been doing this for 13 years. I have third dimension. I do not consent to this. They're doing the same thing to my animals. They keep assaulting them over and over again. Too. No, they do not help me write my intellectual property. They try to retard it. They try to stop me from writing it. They can't really speak through me. I have to say what they said. I can do it at the same time. They're trying to come up with an excuse to steal my intellectual property. They're so stupid. I'm badly injured. I'm extremely sick, very dizzy. So are my animals. They're covering it up with what they call preservation. Yes, I have a fully functioning brain. They make me hear voices and see things. I hear your voice. They're trying to come up with any excuse they can to steal my intellectual property. So they get inspired by me writing stories. Then they try to write one that comes out as torture and murder, rape, molestation, and they actually carry it through. Everybody's everybody's devices are being recorded, so they're making a story about it. So they're in heaven and I'm on earth. They're planning my death. They're trying to send me to hell in my afterlife. Me and my family. They keep trying to validate their behavior, try to come up with a narrative that excuses their violent behavior. So after they assimilated me, I didn't accept their advances. They became irritated, very irritable and angry with me. As time went on, I became more sick and more sick and more sick. I developed worms. People were stealing my intellectual property the whole time. I could tell they were invading my privacy. They were premeditating my death. They claim I was exposed to technology I shouldn't have been exposed to. That's not my fault. They have kept me alive for so long because I can write. My intellectual property is valuable. I write about things that save the planet. I wrote Crazy Bird Comics. I wrote the Environmental Creation Agency. I wrote Divine Currency. I wrote Alien Bob, Bug Bob, several others. I've been writing my whole life. I'm very sick. Breaking the law. They're playing with my biology. They're trying to send me to hell in the afterlife. They keep trying to come up with scenarios. So we are still connected to our biology, even if it's removed from us. In Scientology, they divide our biology evenly every 3 dimensions. I'm not trying to entertain anybody. I can entertain. They've seen me entertain. People paid a lot of money for it. You're breaking the law, slavery, kidnapping. stupid. All he can do is body snatch and artificially stimulate neural tissue and make certain. He's trying to make money off of it. He found the one that could. I have several Native American tribe genetics, several Caucasian genetics. They won't let me sleep. They torture me every time I lay down. They have bad psychological conditions. They're very violent. They like to kidnap people, terrorize them. No, I write my own intellectual property. It takes place at different areas in the brain. Enoch keeps it clean. The other areas are used for communication devices to make me see things and hear things. No, you did not. These people like to trick other people into saying they drive them when they can see the future. These people can see the future and they can repeat or say everything that you want to say. It's a trick. Outer space transcends time. The inverse transcends time. The past, the present, and the future all happen at the same time. Hey, baby, just get away from that. They say they're going to remove a body part in my sleep and install their biology, their body part, and then drop it with me in it. It's a lie. You're breaking the law. You're breaking the law. The dead are not allowed to mess with the living. No, you're not. Not against our will. You can't come down here and mess with me. I have a right to defend myself. I will contact the authorities. But you're not a dead person? That's illegal. It's illegal to be both on earth and in heaven. It creates a conflict of interest, especially if you're being violent. That could lead to death and destruction. Apparently, it is not illegal to know too much about heaven. So many people are abusing this, abusing Scientology on earth. Media companies, marketing companies, television companies, news companies, internet companies, social media, tech companies, big business. So tired. I'm sick. It's their covering up damage with preservation. They have it in their mind they're going to kill me and send me to hell. Some kind of martyrdom story. Because I yelled at them. They were killing me. I was dying. I have suffered mortal wounds from these people several times throughout my life. They removed brain tissue that was required for me to live. Then they gave me Preservision as a life support system to cover up the damage. So I was being assimilated and put me in a hotline. Y'all people are hostile. Scientology has produced some horrible psychology. You people are violent. You harass people so bad. I didn't even say anything or do anything. I started hearing voices. I'm like, whoa. First thing out of your mouth was, ugh. Start talking crap constantly. It appeared they were offended over things that I said on Facebook. These are extremely offensive people. They're very irritable. It appears they have elevated dopamine levels and artificially stimulated neural tissue. They stay angry all the time. They talk so bad about people, harass people constantly. They're constantly irritated. I do not consent to you removing body parts from me or killing me or controlling my afterlife. Put my biology somewhere safe and leave it alone. I do not consent to be messed with. He says, oh, too late now. No, it's not. They are torturing my biology. And they are merging some of our biologies together to make it look like other people are being punished for what I've done. Or for I haven't done anything wrong. They're being punished for what they've done. I've been kidnapped. I do not wish to be assimilated. I do not practice Scientology. I never wanted Scientology. And I don't want to be in the same environment with you people. You're extremely hostile and you like to assault people. You put your hands on people constantly without their consent. You're breaking the law. You can't abuse the powers of heaven. You can't mess with me on earth. You can't do anything to me on earth. Oh, you can't. It's against the law. It's against the law to put your hands on me. It's against the law to put your hands on me. They're ordaining my afterlife. I do not consent for you to mess with my biology in any way. Somebody please get my biology away from these people. I'm still in it. You're still connected to your biology, even if it's removed from you. They're covering up the sickness and the pain and the suffering of humus. They call it a humus. It's a preservation tether. They can overlay other biologies or material over your biology to keep you from experiencing it somehow. Like a bandage. It covers up the torture and the pain. Say I'm in hell, but it's like this far. Put my biology somewhere safe and leave it alone. Give it back to me. They put a hole in my home. Yes, I was kidnapped because they can see the future and they've seen how much money they were going to make off of me, stealing my intellectual property and creating this snuff film. They're making a snuff film at Preservision, sending everybody's biologies to hell, practicing Scientology, dropping people's biology, torturing people. It's all they can do for a living. Breaking the law. It's breaking the law. Someone get my biology away from these people. At the cop. They're in a place we can't get to with preservation. Being assaulted. They're using their ability to see the future to torture me, to assault me, premeditate my murder. They're going to lie and say they wrote my intellectual property. No, they didn't. I was there. I developed every neural connection myself because I've studied psychology my entire life. I'm a Class A personality. I knew what I wanted to do. I knew about psychological conditioning. I conditioned myself. I created my own memories, exposed myself to my own enrichment, my own ideas. Yes, y'all can control the environment. They didn't know what it was. Yes, I felt like myself the entire time. Trying to come up with any excuse they can to find social torturing me and my family to death. They're using this technology against these people. They're isolating thought patterns that have to do with hurting me. Must be doing it to themselves. Yes, they're messed with. Yeah. me. Breaking the law. Get away from me. I've been riding my whole life. breaking the law. It's just perfect logic. It would happen over and over and over again. That is fixing the environment. Environment creates the life form. Yeah.